back everybody. On deck for review today, we're going to go ahead and review the 20 round Gen N3 PMAG, and without further ado, we'll get into it. So one of the reasons a lot of guys are going to go ahead and want these 20 round mags is shooting from the prone, shooting from a bench, anything like that. I got it up here on my 20-inch AR. You can see there with the legs of the bipod mounted up really low. It still is not interfering with the ground, so that way you can get low, change elevations as you need to, depending on the terrain you're in with these mags. So definitely one of the advantages of the 20 round versus a 30 round mag. Whenever we're talking about AR mags, one thing people always want to know is, does it seat on a closed bolt? As you can see here, the bolt is closed, and we do have the mag loaded up 20 rounds to capacity. The lower on this, for those of you guys out there wondering, is a PSA lower, Aero Precision upper, and a Bravo Company bolt. So we'll go ahead and insert it. No issues there whatsoever. It is fully seated. Go ahead and try to release it. No extra tension is needed on the mag release. Works easy as can be. Go ahead and we'll load it up here. Make sure it's still functioning just fine. No issues. One of the things that the big improvements with the Gen N3 mags, for those of you guys that didn't watch my original view of them, is compatibility with other weapon systems. Obviously the Gen 2 or MOE PMAGs have always worked fine with ARs, but the Gen 3 has a slightly different cutout on the back, as well as a few other modifications that are going to help it work in multiple platforms, so including the Tavor here. As you can see here, mags drop free with no issues out of this rifle. It also works with the SA80, the SCAR 16, there are many others, but that's definitely one of the improvements that Magpul made with the Gen N3s.
We'll go ahead and take a closer look here at the mag. You'll notice it does look a lot like its 30 round big brother, if you will. It has a lot of the same features. We'll go ahead and pull that over. It has the over travel insertion stop right here and right here. Has the marking system for marking your mags on the bottom, which is common across the Gen N3 platform. Has a nice gripping surface, good lines here, texturing on the front and the back of it, unlike the Gen 2 counterpart. And it does have a thinner dimension as well compared to the Gen 2 all the way through for compatibility in different types of rifles, like I mentioned earlier, the HK416, SCAR 60, SA80, etc. So one thing I want to point out here is just the weight differences. I know a lot of folks are going to say, well, why would anyone ever want a 20 round mag? I pointed out a couple reasons earlier to include shooting from the prone, but one of them also is, say you're a hunter and you have to go trekking through the woods and you don't perceive anybody shooting back at you like in a combat situation, but you do want to use your AR for hunting purposes. Less weight, generally speaking, in that type of scenario is a good thing. Go ahead and grab the scale. This is fully loaded here with 55 grain 223 ammo. And you can see the 20 rounder is going to come in right at 11.7 ounces, and similarly loaded with the exact same 55 grain 223 ammo. You can see we're coming in right just under 16.4 ounces, so you are going to have some weight savings there with the 20 rounder.
As you just saw, and as I expected, the mag performed flawlessly over the last couple weeks that I've owned it in several different rifles, to include the Tavor here. One thing I get accused of here on the channel often is being kind of like a Magpul fanboy, because I review a lot of things, and honestly I generally don't have a lot of bad things to say about Magpul products, because generally they make pretty good products. The one real exception to that I found over my my shooting career, if you will, is the Gen 2 MOE 20 rounders. I have several of them, and honestly not a single one of them really was ever all that reliable in any of my rifles. They seem to have feeding issues, and I don't know what that was, whether or not it's the angle of the mag. And if you go ahead and compare the two of these, this mag I should say, versus the Gen 2, you see a difference in the angle for sure. But I don't know what it was, but those really were never reliable. These ones have been the exact opposite: reliable, durable, easy to use, drop free, insert in a closed bolt, everything you want a mag to do. The only thing about these ones right now is they're relatively hard to find, but my guess is, right now it's June 2013, my guess is in the future that's going to change, and these are going to come back and flood the market again, and you'll be able to pick them up just about anywhere. But all in all, great mags, as to be expected. If you guys have any questions about this review for the mag here, or anything else I review here on the channel, you can post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. It helps us out here on the channel and sends a message to YouTube that these gun gear type oriented channels are enjoyed by our viewers, and it helps keep us going strong. But Thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.